Morning and now. Hey guys, sorry about that. I do have a genuinely good reason, which you guys will see in a second. Just something I had to take care of. Just sort this out here quick. Let's close this here. Morning, Osby. How's it going? Welcome back, Angelique. And I am sorry, Omega, if you're in there too. I'm sorry, my man. Everyone who was on the first stream and got disconnected, I'm very sorry. It's my bad. Uh, but hopefully it's all sorted now. Okay, we're back. All right. So the reason why this guy, this is the reason why I had to go. I had to take care of him because he's a little bit sick. So if you guys like want to assign any blame here, assign it to this guy, this sick guy. Yeah, he's the reason why. He has pneumonia. We just got him 2 days ago. He's pretty sick, so I don't know. He won't leave my side. He's right. He's my new analyst. He specializes in Chinese commodities, Chinese market. So so yeah, expect a lot more calls and plays, in the Chinese market soon. This is basically his specialty. Uh, yeah, I have three now. I know. My girlfriend just surprised me out of nowhere. But no, I love him. We don't even have a name for him yet. But yeah, I'm really sorry about that, guys. It's just he won't leave my side. So oh, Angelique has five. Okay, so I have a number to beat there. Okay, challenge accepted, Angelique. We'll get there. All right, guys. So back to the market, and one more time, I am very sorry. So futures pulling back here a little bit, right? No big deal. Again, like we said before, we like it when the market does this. So impulsive move, consolidation, impulsive move, consolidation, impulsive move, consolidation. Right now, we're gonna get a little pullback, consolidation. We're up 2%. I mean, like this is pretty good. Video is blurry. Okay. Does everyone have a blurry video? Think the video blurry thing happens if the like you need to put it in 720p or 180p. But you guys let me know if everyone is having the same issue or is just Angelique. Uh, but Angelique, try putting it on 720p or 180p. Make sure that the resolution on YouTube itself is the highest it could be, because usually this could be the case. It's fine for me. Video is good here. Thank you, Jay. Yeah, Angelique, try that. That happens to me sometimes too, Angelique. Sometimes YouTube puts it automatically on like 240 or 480 and the video becomes blurry. All you have to do is just put it to 720p and it should be working fine. Thank you, NL. Thank you, guys. All right, so okay, we see here, the classic retest, right? So it just, it touched here and never retested again. So we're seeing a classic, like breakthrough and retest of the futures here. And again, not just a 21 MA, but a very critical point, which was the previous high of the market here, right? So this is a very important critical point here, which we're gonna keep an eye on, specifically at the open. If we don't get a move, work, awesome. Awesome. And also good news for you. Good news for you, Angelique. We'll be really focusing on options today. I know you like options more than futures, so we'll be focusing a lot on options today. Speaking of which, here, let's see how our account is doing. Let's just little refresh here. And yeah, we seem to be doing well, right? So like I said, it's best to always like, once you get like a big loss, like we had before, it's just to stay patient, and regrow the accounts small, no 0 day expiries, no big stuff, that will just in hopes to get the money back quick. So we're not even back to where we were, which is $1,600. But we're close. We're getting close, right? We were at one point we were $600. So we were pretty down. Now we're up. Now not only did we, because we originally put 1000K, so not only did we break even, we're actually a little bit in profit now, right? So again, like patience here is critical. Patience is very, very important. So we're up again, right? But it's also very important to see like how one loss can just wipe up like days and days and days of gains, right? Like look how hard I have to work to just make up that one big loss, right? So this is why risk management is very important, right? So again, stupid mistake made, but stupid mistake will not be made again at all. So if you guys were in Tesla, I sold my Tesla yesterday, but if anyone is still in Tesla, Tesla is pretty damn green this morning, right? And we just go here and have a look. I remember uh, because Sandeep actually was commenting and he expected it to open at 226 and he was correct. Not only that, right now it's almost at 230. So if you guys are selling Tesla calls, you made some very decent money. And same thing for Netflix, right? So Netflix is almost 250, right? Which is a pretty damn good place. Look at that huge run because we bought like somewhere around here, I think so, and then like it went down, and either here or here, I don't remember, but we basically caught like the bulk of this move, right? If you're still in, I'm still in, right? And we're up $150, more than 50% on that position. So that's pretty damn good. Netflix reports today, by the way, guys. Today is Netflix earnings. Feel absolutely free to take profits and re-enter either again today or tomorrow, right? Don't think that you will miss the earnings on themselves will be a catalyst to fill the gap, but the gap will not fill most likely, if we get positive earnings, the gap will not fill on its on in one day or just on earnings, just after hours. That would be highly unlikely because it's a very, very big gap. So if you want to be safe, you can just take all profits off the table today and either a rebuy again with a smaller amount or your original cost basis. So let's take this as an example. You can just book 50% profit here and rebuy again with just $300, right? So this is option A. Or option B, you just take your profit and you wait out the earnings, right? So you wait out the earnings. If they're bad, you don't care, right? No biggie. You made a nice profit, and you live to fight another day. We'll do another play. Or if the earnings are good, right? Yeah, you might miss a big move or the bulk of the move, but you still have a bigger move coming because the gap will still have to be filled, right? So you don't really have to worry about it. Like there is still a nice move coming. So these are the two safest plays, or you can just keep holding this if you want through the earnings. This is the most risky play. So I'll leave it up to you guys. Everyone has different risk tolerance, right? So as for what I will be doing, probably either one of the less risky plays, I think. I'm not sure yet. Let's see how the market does today, how the day progresses. But 100%, whatever I do, I'll be posting. I'll keep you guys updated. But I'll probably be erring more on the side of just, like collecting profits, hoarding cash here, so I can get in more calls. We have now $400 to play with, so we will hopefully be buying some nice stuff today, like the spy, and a few other things. I think Tesla reports tomorrow, so again, also keep that in mind, guys. Don't forget earnings come coupled with Ivy Crush, which will just like absolutely destroy all premiums, good or bad. You can expect to take a hit after the 5 minutes open of the market. So just again, something to keep in mind, but yeah, all right. So back to our futures. SPY futures here will give us a good indication of what will happen in the market. And once we open in 4 minutes, we will be switching to SPY. So hopefully we can take a few plays here today. But it looks like here, yeah, okay. So we have this. This is the high of the day, or the high of the pre-market. To be more specific, we seem to have retested or tested actually 21 MA breakthrough, retested again, and broke through it in the other way. And it does seem to be holding so far. We're seeing a lot of very bullish momentum today, guys. Like, absolutely. Come on, 2%, 2.5%, 2.25% pre-market is pretty damn rare, right? Makes you wonder, like, where this will go, like past. Uh, like when it opens, like how high will this go? 4%, 5%, right? Will we lose all our gains? We do have a little gap here when the market opened. So, gaps in the futures are no joke. More often than not, they get filled very quick. If you just go back all the way through the future chart, you will not be seeing a lot of gaps that have not been filled. Unlike SPY or QQQ, which can take their time, futures gap tend to get filled very quickly. So, and again, we have been running for a few days, so likely we're starting to get overbought here. Like, if you look at the 1 hour chart for the futures, definitely overbought, right? It's above 70 here. And if you go for the 1 day, right, it's relatively, I mean, it's definitely not overbought, but it's relatively overbought here. So if you just look at this and how the SPY moves, how the future moves, is it's usually stuck in the middle half. So if it's on a downtrend, max it will go up to like 50 and then just keep going down, and you can see this repeat here multiple times. And of course, vice versa, if it's in a bullish trend, you'll see it just playing around in this upper half here, right? So something to keep in mind. Does not necessarily specifically mean anything, but just something to keep in mind here. Now we have cleared, so we have been testing the 21 MA on the 1 day once and twice, and we finally broke through, right? So we have two possible scenarios or two possible outcomes here. We can go back and retest the 21 MA as support this time instead of resistance. Very possible scenario could be happening, and all we really need for that scenario to happen is one bad event to freak out the market, right? And the other scenario here, more likely one, would be a test of the 50 MA here, right here, right? So we have the 50 MA at 3,925. Of course, this number is going to change, but we can expect a retest of the 3,900 level. Now, let's see here if we have support or resistance that coincides with this level here. And we see here we got, this is something here. Yep, that would be a line. And yeah, the 3,923.25, surprisingly, unsurprisingly, I would say actually coincides with the 50 MA here. I would say actually this is not yeah, I would say this is a much, yeah, I like this one a lot better, right? So 3,905. I would say this is the number. If we keep on continuing the bullish trend, if we keep getting good or decent earnings, because by the way, guys, so far decent earnings, not absolutely disastrous earnings, have been running, and it makes perfect sense because the market, like we predicted yesterday, the market has been pricing in end of the world, horrible, just market destruction earnings. So if something comes in that is not absolutely horrible, that is not just like blow your mind, like out of this world crazy earnings, bad, then it will run. It doesn't have this time. Like usually, you get bad guidance, the options, the stock will tank. You get like maybe an EPS beat, but a revenue miss. Then it's iffy. Sometimes it runs, sometimes it tanks. This time, guys, we've been getting a lot of misses, but they're not bad misses. They're okay-ish misses, right? They're not what we expected. A lot of people were calling for the futures, which is a 3,700 now. They were expecting it to go below 3,000 with the earnings recession, as they were calling it, right? We're not seeing that anywhere, right? So far, banks have done well. Banks are done now, right? The banks have done well. Nothing disastrous there. Some misses, some beats as well, right? So not the end of the world, not super bad. Johnson, right? And again, you guys, you have to understand that the majority of the pain came in from the lower class, right? So people who do not have a lot of money, right? Those are the stocks especially that were expected to be affected, and they didn't, right? Johnson & Johnson missed slightly, and this is why it's still running today, right? So this is my expectations for earnings. That being said, the market has finally opened now, right? So let's jump into the SPY here and see what the opening will give us. As always, I will probably wait the open. I don't really like trading right at the open here. And as we can see here, we have a nice big gap. And this is not just the only gap we had. We had one gap here today, and we also had a gap here yesterday, right? These gaps, by the way, ideally, if you want for a proper bullish run, you want these gaps filled, because it's gonna have to go down and fill them sooner rather than later. At some point it will happen, right? So the sooner these gaps get filled, the more we can run forward, right? Or this could be just, one of the first signs that tell us that, maybe we shouldn't be fully bullish yet. Maybe there are a few surprises coming our way yet, right? So because this is a huge drop, right? This is like 20 points. So to fill this gap right here. So we're just gonna take it, step by step. We're not gonna rush anything. No need to predict what's going to happen. We'll just play the charts. We'll play what's right in front of us here. And the opening so far bullish, right, as expected. So it kind of tested this 374.70 line and not doing much since. Now an important line number to keep on here is 375.3 because this is, as we said, the pre-market high. Pre-market high and pre-market lows, these are like extremely important numbers. I look at the open. You break either one of those and this is a sign for direction. So it tried here to break the pre-open high and failed so far, right? So we're gonna wait and see what happens here. If it's able to break this level, we can expect it to run some more. So that would be really nice. Next level, if it does run, and if you want to take a morning play, so the next level here would be, you can't even see it. This is how much it was running. Next level here would be 377.5. This will be the next level I'm looking at here. And by the way, guys, you see this downward channel that we've drawn here, which we have been in a while. We just broke out of this downward channel. My expectations is we're not gonna just get a clean break of this channel without retesting it. I'm guessing, and this is just me giving an educated guess, but it is a guess at best, nothing backing this up, is that we will go back here, fill the gap, and test this line before we see we bounce off it or not. This is, again, a guess. So don't hold me to it. I will not be playing it unless I see clear signs. So what I would like to see is a failure of this, and I see it started going back down here. Then I can expect, yeah, a gap might start to get filled. And we see here the gap gets filled here, which magically coincides exactly with where, there will be a test of this trend line here. So I'm going to keep an eye on this trend line as well. And I'm going to keep an eye to see if we get a retest or we just keep on running, right? So just something to keep in mind here, guys. I think this could possibly give us a very nice short opportunity if it does present itself. This is a more zoomed in view. So far, we're seeing rejection here at the open. We were unable to break the pre-market highs, and it just was beaten down all the way back to the 21 MA. Again, no play here yet. It doesn't have, like, let's say my theory is correct. We go back and test this trend line here. That's not going to happen. It does not have to happen right away. We still have the 50 MA, right? So we still have the 21 MA, a bunch of things in between. So for now, we just wait. And again, all this mess you're seeing here, this is why I don't take plays right at the open. It's too much guesswork. Why guess, right? So we now definitely have the pre-market high as some sort of resistance here that needs to be broken. But if someone is interested in a scalp, if we break this, we can see a quick run up to 377. So a call scalp here would not be a bad idea. If you're feeling a little risky today, breaks this level here, the pre-market high. I would say even a better entry will be the intraday high at 375.48. We see a breakthrough of this. A scalp all the way to 377 that would be nice, but I would keep my stops tight. So if I enter here on a breakthrough, I would put my stop here at 374.2, right under the 21 MA. So if you're interested in that play, if it does present itself, you have your targets for exits, and you have your targets for stop loss as well. So but until then, we're waiting. Again, I'm still waiting here. Now, of course, this is not the pre-market low, but this would be a line I would be definitely considering here, 3.94, or let's call it 374. This is what I'd be looking at here for some bearish action, some puts, and if we see a breakthrough of that, we can get a test of the 50 MA, right, which will be right around the start of the gap fill. And you guys remember, right, like gap, like when we get here, it will not just start filling the gap every single time it happens. It's the same thing, right? It will just it will immediately bounce hard here, and then it will try for it again, right? Again, same concept of test and retest. that we've always been working with, right? So while SPY does its thing, right, I think we have a very good overview here of what to do, and I gave you guys a few ideas in case you're interested in some scalps. My account is too small for scalps, so I won't be doing them. But while SPY does this thing, let's just have a quick look here at VIX. So we finally got out of this disgusting area here, right? This area that has been just plaguing us. This is very hard resistance, and if we do turn bearish, just for the future, guys, just a quick indicator for you, if the market, let's say, surprise earnings are just going to be like pretty disgusting, very bad, right? The market takes a hit. Keep an eye on this zone, because if this zone breaks, mayhem, hell, right? Destruction, hide your children, all that kind of stuff, right? This is going to be pretty bad if we lose this zone, because we have been struggling to break the zone for the longest time. So if things do turn bearish, I would definitely keep an eye on this zone here, which is 33.3 and 30, almost 34, right? Now, on the other hand, we said that yesterday. We said if we break through this trend line here, we're going to get more bullish momentum. And we were right? Like you're seeing the market, what it's been doing so far today, right? So now after we're done patting ourselves here on the back, we need to find out what's the next important level to break here. So I'm not seeing anything specifically in the 5 minutes. So I'm going to go here on the 1 hour chart to give us better indication. So obviously, it just goes without saying, it just pops right at you right here, right? 28.5. Now, if we do get to 28.5, I think this is like if we get from 30 to 28.5, what I'm thinking is this is where we might get either a trend reversal and go back bearish if things are bad, or we just get like the bulls just calm down a little bit, and we got some much needed relief, right? So I would keep an eye here on the 28.5 as a major resistance, a major support line for the VIX. But I'm looking for something more short term here, more now, more today. So definitely this is something here I would say. Yeah, I can see 30. Okay, 30. I mean, it makes sense, right? This is not just an important support level, it's also psychological support level. So we're at 30.8. I would definitely keep an eye on the 30 level here. I think if we break this psychologically, you will see a lot of people coming in. You will see a lot of money pouring in the market. I think we break the 30, we'll get the 28.5 quick, right? 30 is a very psychological level here. All right, so Jay says he quick scalp new puts. Nice, very nice, my friend, very nice. How much did you get in those, Jay? If you don't mind sharing with us. Uh, let's see here. So that's VIX. AMD, we got again still stuck in our zone, unfortunately, right? So I kind of, it's nice that our theory is working, but again, I have calls, so I really hope it runs. But again, the same theory, guys, has been holding. We're unable to break through this, but we're also unable to break below this, which kind of just gives me really helps me actually like believe in my theory even more. I might add more to this, because my belief here is if we keep holding this level, the AMD calls that we have, I think if we keep holding this level through earnings, specifically Nvidia and Intel, if we're able to hold through this, AMD will run very hard after. This is my expectations here. So hopefully I'm correct about this. We're seeing pullback here across the market, guys. So Tesla giving back a lot of its earnings, and we have earnings tomorrow. So if this pulls back a lot, I might be looking to enter into something here, right? This could be another this could be interesting, and this is why I sold yesterday, because you never know, right? Like Netflix, again, we were up on it. It might be a little bit red here. Yeah, there you go, right? So if I had to book the profits, this would have been I would have had some nice cash to play with. But I'm really holding this longer term, so I don't really mind. We see here that we're retesting 200 MA on Netflix. Let's see here. Okay, so yeah, holding here well, not so bad, not so bad at all. What else do we have here? I want to look at Apple. Apple is good. Apple is up 2.4%. Wow. Wow, this is super interesting. And this is Apple down actually. Wow. So at some point today, Apple was probably up 3%. This is crazy, guys. This is crazy. Apple is obviously pulling the market up here today. I mean, everything, of course, is green, but like specifically Apple, right? Like you see here, Google. By the way, interestingly here, GitLab, you remember, guys, we played those earnings. It just has been like crazy for the past few days. A lot of scalps to be played here. If you guys are into scalps or anything like that, I would recommend you keep an eye on GTLB, GitLabs. It's been moving a lot. Like you've been getting like daily, you've been getting big moves, 3-4% moves every day. So it's a scalper's heaven here. Angelique, Nvidia, fast scalps doing really well. Nice, 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 nice. Angelique, love your dogs playing. So thank you. I want to check Nvidia here. Except, oh wow. Okay. No, I see. Okay, makes sense that you've been making money in puts. Excellent call and congratulations, Angelique, as well. But wow, I think Nvidia here, if I might add, is at a specifically critical support. So it has this major support here, and at the same time, the 50 EMA. If it loses this, by the way, guys, this could be a possible play here. I will not jump into this directly, but I would wait to see if the 50 EMA, because it might retest it again. We have a big possible drop here from 121 all the way to 118. I'm not seeing a lot of resistance here. Support. Damn. Yeah, this might, Nvidia might have a big possible drop coming its way. I'm not seeing really a lot of support. Maybe here. Possibly here too. Yeah, I could say possibly here. So yeah, we could see a drop here from 121 to 120. This is not particularly strong support, but if it does happen, we can expect a big move here all the way down to 200 MA. So possible scalp here. Thank you, Angelique, for the heads up. Very helpful as always. Let's go back to the SPY here and see if any plays are presenting themselves. So what are we seeing here? We're still seeing the retest of the 21 MA, right? So yeah, like I said, remember I said this is going to be important, the 377.9, right? And yeah, I just hit it exactly and bounce back off. So this is another level I'm going to be keeping an eye on here. No need to keep to draw our horizontal line, just some mental notes. So I'm keeping an eye on this one, 375.4 for calls, and I'm keeping an eye on this one here, 375.8 for puts, right? And we just saw with Nvidia and probably all the other major stocks. Again, if we lose this level on SPY, it's probably going to drag down the market with it, and they'll all go downwards. So we can expect here, if we see a proper break of this line, we can expect to go all the way down to 372 here, which is bearish, right? And looks like it might go for it. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, going down here some more. 373.7. We might see here some this level here. It was struggling a little bit with it pre-market, so we might see some support here momentarily, but it does seem we're going for the 50 MA here. Let's check Nvidia. Yep. Yeah, just okay. Nvidia just going down. Okay, so far, again, so far here, since I don't have a lot of cash, I'm not taking any small plays. I want like big, meaty, juicy plays here. So I'll not be taking any scalps, but I will just keep giving you guys trading ideas as we go along, since you, decided to honor me with, watching the stream. I'm sure you're looking for some plays, so I'm just gonna give you some ideas. Angelique doing dollars on Nvidia. Yes, you are, and you are helping everyone here as well. So thank you very much again for shouting out Nvidia. Uh, let's see here. Natty Gas rebounding a little bit. Natty Gas was down 88% yesterday. It was horrible. It was just like a big, big, big drop here. So, like I said here, my expectations is that we might, since we just broke right through this, I'm expecting that we might go down and retest this trend line here, which would be in the middle of the gap fill. So we might get the gap fill as well. I am thinking of getting a few days out puts, maybe. It's looking tempting. It's really looking tempting here. Let's just see how much puts cost. Not taking anything yet, just keeping an eye on this. So, see here, spy, enter. Oops. Let's have a look at the option chain here. All right, so we get 3 days out, which is Friday, I believe. Yeah, Friday, end of the week, which is nice. I mean, we can definitely afford a few of them. 366, we can get a couple of those, right? Do we see 366? We three, probably 370. Interesting. The only problem with those is if we don't start filling this gap today or retesting this trend line today, uh, we're gonna start having two contradicting plays here, right? Because we're expecting market pump of earnings with Tesla and Netflix. So us taking SPY puts is kind of the opposite play here. And again, we will be kind of going against the trend, which is not a favorite theme of mine. I think it's a good idea now to look at a higher time frame and see what it's telling us. Might shine more light onto this. So we know this is major resistance here. That's to be expected. We have our gap here. We have this line to break. The problem is that if we wait for the gap to start filling before retesting this, then the majority of the play would have been gone. The risk to reward ratio would not be really there. Now I want to say, like fortune favors the bold and just dive into it. But again, not time for risky moves with a very small account. So I'm gonna want to see some confirmations here. Probably a break of this candle here. This is what, 373.4. Yeah, probably a break of the hourly candle here for our continued break to the downside. And also another indicator here, another nice indicator here will be probably just watching how these stocks play out, right? The individual stocks that make up the ETFs. So they seem to be holding okay so far, right? Uh, Tesla, just Tesla being Tesla here, giving up almost half of its gains because why not? Netflix back to green, up 1 point-ish%, making up pretty much the majority of what it gave back. So that's nice. Get Labs 8%, just beast. Affirm 6%, who cares? Upstart 5%, who cares? I want to see Apple. Okay. Apple. Where's that? Where are you, Apple? Here you go. Wow. Very strong. Very, very strong. Amazon also up 2.8%, but specifically Apple, just ridiculously strong, pulling up the market with it. Very interested to see also the 1 hour in Apple. Let's see if there's any upcoming resistance for it, because I think this will be the point where the market might pull back a little bit. So obviously a very easy major resistance here would be this level here. So that's one at 147.42. Can we say this one is too? Probably is. And we can see here before it struggled with this multiple times, just kept chopping here, even after the last big run. So this is definitely a line to keep an eye on. Interesting. Looks like Apple is starting to give away some of its gains. And of course, SPY along with it. Look at this. SPY falling down. Super interesting. Super, super, super interesting. Hmm. My my butt is tingling right now. Like I'm getting I'm getting all the I'm getting I don't know. I'm really feeling uh puts here. I feel puts. Hmm. All right. So Jeff is saying, where's the gap fill? Here, my friend. Gap starts at 371.7 and gap fills at 369.2. And we have the trend line here going right in the middle. So this is where the gap filled. Angelique. Okay, Angelique took SPY puts. Bear market rally. Possible. It would really depend on the earnings. Again, I'm not, like I said yesterday, I'm not ready to turn bullish yet. I want to see the retest of this. I want to see if it holds or not, you know. Uh, but yeah. Hmm. You know what? Let's take uh one put here, right? Let's just do one, right? So we'll take a starter position. You know, we got time on it, 3 days. That's fine. And let's see here. Let's do 15. Submit by order, and we've been filled. Okay, so that's nice. Oh wow, it really started knifing. So we're up a little on it. That's always nice. Uh, Netflix, we're up $100, which is almost 30%. That's also nice. Let's see our Nvidia prediction here. Yep, there you go. Just hit our target on Nvidia, right? And you can see it rejected right off it. So we had the take profit target correct. So if you any of you guys got into Nvidia, I hope you banked in and banked some. Uh, Spies just absolutely going down. Uh, yeah, we're 7-ish, 8-ish percentage here on the spy put that we got. What did you get? Sorry. I got Angelique Spy October 21st, a 366 put. Uh, you're still in Nvidia puts? Well, you just made yourself some money there. Well done. NL, nice. Spy put almost 10% gain there. Well done, Angelique. Well done, NL. Excellent, 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 my man. Little pupper. Uh, yeah, we need to take this guy today to the doctor. Spy puts will be paying for your bills, my friend. Spy puts will be paying for your bills. Right. So of course, rejection of the 50 MA, first test. So nothing surprising here. Uh, might add another put soon. Probably if it goes all the way up here and retest the 21 MA, might grab another one here. But yeah. Says Jay got 10% in Apple. Excellent. Well done, my good friend. Uh, Angelique says, name your dog Bond. James Bond. Yeah, that would be good. Or we can, like I said, he's a market analyst, so we can call him like UK bonds, since he was around since with the UK bond crisis. J Powell. Oh, that's clever. Nice. J Powell. Very well done. Very clever, Angelique. I like that. Definitely considering J Powell. Nice. Mike Wilson. Nah, you've outdone yourself with J Powell. I don't think you can beat J Powell here. Like, nah, this was very 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 smart name. Well done, well done. It's hard to beat J Powell. Like, it'll be very hard to find any other name here. Yep. Okay, so back to the market. You have J Powell. Okay, so we'll both have J Powell. One more reason why I should name J Powell. All right, so okay, Spy Put's getting a little sick here. No biggie. Netflix doing well. AMD just stuck, like you guys, like if you remember, it's been down 50, the same $50 almost day in day out. It's been stuck in the range. So not specifically worried or anything like that. Like I said, about January, end of January calls for a reason. Like I'm waiting for the midterm rally for this one. So I'm just letting it do its thing. If anything, I'm just like, the more this account grows and I have free cash, I'm just gonna dump that cash to get probably some more AMD calls. Hopefully, actually, we're able to get a few more leaps. I'm definitely waiting for Tesla to be done with the earnings. Definitely getting leaps after the earnings calls. Since I don't have a call in it anymore, I hope it does bad. I'm really looking forward to get a discount on my Tesla calls. I think Tesla will be one of the like, once everything calms down, I think Tesla will be one of the stocks that run the most violently, because Elon Musk is an idiot, and I'm saying this on YouTube, so it's forever solidified that me, Ash, says Elon Musk is a damn idiot, right? He's just been playing, I don't know, midlife crisis, or I don't know what the hell is wrong with him. But does it justify, uh, or even the Twitter deal? Does it justify this, the billions and billions lost in market cap for Tesla? The answer is a quick no, right? It's a very easy, quick no. Why? Because again, like, yeah, sure, there is the risk that Elon Musk might have to liquidate a few shares of Tesla, but at the end of the day, he's not doing it because he's doing face, right? Like, if you guys are into like insider sells and buys, you know that insider sells are not something really to worry yourself much about unless there's something bad. You're looking for the insider buys for the most of the part. So even in the worst case scenario that Elon has to sell a few shares, however millions of shares even to get it, it does not change the fundamentals of the company. And Tesla is a fundamentally strong company, right? How many companies during this horrible, horrible last year that we had that still maintain a very strong EPS, right? Tesla. And I can count on one hand other companies that did that. All the major ones did not. So I think Tesla will be one of the most violent runners once everything starts calming down. So I'll be waiting for a Tesla tomorrow. I am waiting for to see if it's bad earnings, better. I really, really hope it has bad earnings, because I want to be buying tomorrow leaps at a discount. I'm just gonna start loading leaps in this small account if I can, of course, but definitely in my big account, I'm loading leaps. Like my life depends on it. So and of course, good earnings just justifies me buying more Tesla even more, right? So I think 300 is definitely in the cards for Tesla. 300 is what, 900, right? Pre-split, it was a 3-to-1 split. I don't think it's irrational to think it will go back to 900 again, right? It's not that tough not that tough of a target, right? If we're giving it a few months, right, and the November elections, and supply chain issues getting resolved and all that good stuff, right? So no, I think it's very reasonable. Let's see what you guys are saying. Stupid deal with Twitter, exactly, right? I think it's overblown. I'm not saying it's not going to affect Tesla, but it's not going to affect them that much. It doesn't justify this huge drop, right? Jay says trimmer. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry, man. Angelique says 100% agree on Tesla. Yep. Yeah, Angelique is one of the biggest Tesla bulls out there, and for good reason. I mean, like, it's hard not to be bullish on Tesla. It really is fundamentally a very good company, but like, huge demand. Jay trimmed apple put, nice, well done, my good friend. Congratulations on your profits. Angelique said agreed on leaps. Yeah, I mean, like, look, we get bad earnings tomorrow, right? How is this not a good how is this not a good opportunity to just scoop up? Because, like, how far down can it possibly go after bad earnings, right? Not that much. And by the way, we already have priced in the delivery numbers, right? Which is the majority of the earnings anyway. Let's face it, right? And Elon Musk agreed to show up on the earnings call, on the earnings thing tomorrow, right? I saw that on Twitter today. I can't be 100% sure. Someone can confirm. Please, if I'm wrong on this one, but I saw today on the news saying that he will show up on the earnings call, and more often than not, when this dude shows up on the earnings call, like it's the stock really runs, right? So I don't know, maybe he's showing up because things are really bad, but I feel like most of the pain has already been priced in. So that's my best guess here, you know. But overall, again, I'll be waiting. Yeah, Angelique confirms it. Thank you very much, Angelique. So he will be there tomorrow. Almost every single time this dude showed up in the earnings, the stock really ran. So who knows? But one way or the other, I'm looking forward to buying Tesla tomorrow, right? Hopefully at a giant discount so I can make a lot of money. So, let's see here. So our puts are suffering a little bit. We're down 10% on them, no biggie. Netflix more than making up for it. Doing really well today. So that's nice. Might be looking we're getting closer to 21 MA here. I'm gonna wait to see if it rejects or not first. Of course, I'm not just gonna just blindly buy the second it hits it, but I'll be adding the remainder or my full position inputs if it does test 21 MA here. See a few of you guys have already scalped some, so congratulations on your wins. Nvidia, let's see here. Look at that, guys, beautiful. It's just like it hit our target and then just bounced right off it, right? So again, if anyone got caught this move here, congratulations. Let's see here. And by the way, another play will be if it fails the 50 MA again, expect a very fast, quick drop. This time slicing through this support here and testing the 200 MA. So this is a possibility. Tesla, my Tesla. Ah, ugly. Tesla just pure ugly. Again, as always, Tesla does not really care about the market. It keeps doing its own thing. Might this be a good area for calls if you are looking to get something for earnings? Possibly, if the 200 MA holds, this might be a good area to get on some calls. Again, none of anything I said in this video is financial advice whatsoever. This is just what I would be doing. So you're all, of course, very welcome to 100% ignore anything that I'm saying, right? So Apple, Apple relatively strong, held at 21 MA. Didn't even look at this. This is a strong stock, guys. Like Apple is just an absolute beast. It didn't even test the 50 MA once. Never mind the 200 MA. It's just been above the 21 MA. This is a strong stock. This is a very strong stock, right? And for the most part, really, because a lot of it is really the float, most of it is really tightly held, right? Apple, a big huge chunk of it is held by famously by Warren Buffett, right? So that's not going anywhere. These shares are there to stay. And for the most part, fund managers, ETF, pension funds, all of them, they hold another big chunk of Apple. SPY and QQQ, the biggest component is Apple. So the float for the most part is very tightly held. So this is why you don't see these crazy moves, up and down. But yeah, this is a tremendously strong stock, I have to say. Netflix seems to be struggling a little bit here, but looking bullish so far, right? So, like strong bounces up to 200 MA, which is very good, but seems to be struggling to get past the 50 MA here. If it keeps doing this, we can expect a big drop soon, right? If it's unable to break the 50 MA or 21 MA, I can see it slicing through the 200 MA, especially if the market turns around. It will slice through 200 MA and will drop a lot. It'll probably go back all the way up to this area here. Like we can expect a possible 10-point drop if the market turns around here on Netflix. So this could be a nice put if you guys are looking for a bearish play. I'll just wait here to see if the 200 break this and make sure it breaks, consolidates a little bit under it. Yeah, you can expect a 10-point drop here on Netflix. Hopefully it doesn't since I'm in calls. But it's important to be impartial and just just tell you guys what I'm thinking straight up. So this poor bastard, he can't sleep. He can't breathe, so he can't lie down and sleep. So he keeps just like falling asleep and then waking up again. So we have a doctor appointment in a little bit. I will probably be ending this like usually I end the stream 20 minutes from now. I might be ending it just a little bit sooner. We'll see. Uh, but yeah, I mean like keep him in your prayers, guys. Like doctor said yesterday, it might be like he's not past the danger zone yet. So and he's really had a rough life. Like some lady hit him with his car a month ago, and this is how he ended up in the doctors. So yeah, I mean like just keep him in your prayers, guys. Angelique says, please go take care of him. We're still waiting. Doctor arrives in like I think in an hour or so, so it's not a big deal. But yeah, he seems to be getting a little bit better. But we'll see. He's not really eating that much. Just keep him in your prayers, guys. That will be very much appreciated. All right. So that being said, Netflix going here for the 200 MA again, which makes me think that SPY might possibly be dropping. Let's see here. Yep, dropping a little bit, not too much. Considering taking Netflix profits and considering adding another SPY put here while they're cheap-ish. But we'll see. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. I mean, you can't really say the SPY is looking weak here, to be honest. You know? This is not, you know, like it's up almost 2%. Like I'm still not ready to say things are bullish, but not ready to say things are not looking better and better, you know. But again, just the zoom back thing, we're still in a very major bearish trend, guys. Like this is the 1 hour chart is much worse when it comes to the day chart. Again, like look at this. Like today, still in the bigger view, it's still insignificant. Like just so because a lot of people talk. I see them talking a lot of shit on Twitter and trying to guess and just be like trying to predict what happens. All you have to know is this: you break this trend line here, then the market has reversed. Anything until then, this is not a reversal. You need to see a break of this, right? So, and this probably will happen once we get into 400s levels here, right? So until then, we first need to break the 50 MA and the 200 MA, which we have very famously twice. As you can see here, huge drops off the 20 MA, and of course, huge drop here of the 200 MA. So I would not be thinking even of going saying overall I changed my tone until I see a break of this trend line here, or probably a full proper break of the 200 MA, right? So till then, just we're still very bearish. So again, I would not be I would be very careful about going like super long here, unless you're going very long out like I am. Then I would say yeah, sure, go for it. But like small swings, no. Like it's still pretty damn bearish, right? So SPY seems to be recovering a little bit here. Yep. And looks like it's retesting 21 MA. So this here, guys, will probably be the area where I see if I am going to add or not, and then end the stream. So we might be doing one last purchase here with you, and then we'll see how things go. Of course, if this breaks through and runs upward, I'm not interested in adding more puts. What, like no reason to average down when having like why throw good money after bad money, right? So Angelique, praying for the little guy. Thank you so much, Angelique. Thank you so much. See you soon. Yeah, I'll be in the Discord with you guys for a little while, and then I'm gonna have to go. I'll make sure the little guy is okay. But yeah, let's just wait for this candle, and then after that, we're just I'm gonna have to leave. But let's see what this candle does here. The 21 MA test on the SPY, or retest actually, since they already tested once. So what I'm really hoping to look for here is to see break through this test here, failure, and going back down. This would be a nice bearish indication for me to add a few more here. Yeah, neither here nor there so far. I wouldn't call this bullish or bearish, right? So again, hopefully ideal scenario, breakthrough, test this, fail, go back down, right? I'll see what Apple is doing. Might possibly give us an indication. So Apple is just consolidating a little bit here above the 21 MA, which could tell me that Apple might just like jump through and test this one here if it's able to hold the 21 MA. Don't forget, guys, it's been holding 21 MA since basically well, yesterday, mid yesterday, right? All the way through the after hours, all the way through the pre-market, right? So if it breaks the 21 MA here, we could see a very quick drop down, not to the 50 MA, to the 200 MA, right? But this would be a very bearish scenario. That would be a huge drop for Apple, like $2 drop. That will probably erase. It will still be green, but it will probably erase a lot of the gains here for Apple. So just something to keep an eye on. All right, so let's see what SPY is doing here. SPY still struggling with this. Still struggling with this. We're really looking for an indicator here, a sign for us to either add or consider cutting our puts. Angelique, short Meta. Let's see. Meta just having like horrible PR lately. Like things are going very bad for Meta. I think Meta is stock you buy now if you're holding for like 5 years or something. I don't think their AR VR thing will fail. The metaverse, I don't think that will fail. I think it will be a very big success, but I think it's gonna take like a lot of time. Like people are making fun of how the avatars look and all these things look. Come on, guys! Like these things, like they take time. You build small, you grow in. You keep adding onto it. So they had the earnings on the 26th. So Meta on the 1 hour is about to go and test the 200 MA, which is almost crossing over with the 21 MA. I don't know, Angelique. I don't know about shorting Meta. I'm sorry. I'm not seeing anything here. I'm not saying go long either. I'm just saying I'm not seeing anything in particular. I would say maybe here, if it fails the 50 MA, then yeah, we can see it going back and properly testing the 200 MA. But this here, it's not looking bullish and it's not looking bearish either. This might be a bear flag forming here, possible. So yeah, maybe like we can see here, a breakdown of this, but I'm not really seeing like anything that will make me just jump on a put here just yet. Let's see here. SPY is still not doing anything really. Yeah, it looks like it's just gonna keep doing this here. So I'm just waiting for this candle to end here. I think it's probably gonna end like in the next few seconds. But yeah, like the way this wick here and body closed down there, that will definitely be like, slightly bearish or a bearish. I mean, it's fully bearish candle, but slightly bearish indicator here. So, yep. Okay, guys. So, before I leave, I'll just remind you this: I'm looking for a 21 MA rejection for me to add another put here. If we break the 21 MA and we break the PM highs, I'm getting out of the put. That will be just too risky, right? But till then, if you guys have not liked this video, please do like this video. Whenever you guys do it, it really helps a lot. You guys have been super awesome so far, liking most of you liking the video, but those of you who forgot, please like the video. It really helps me out a lot. And thank you so much for joining me today. Hope you made some money. I'll be seeing you in the Discord soon, and of course, if not, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Till then, cheers, guys.